Welcome to day 60. Here the poet shows an analogy as to how the God helps us, how he rushes to our rescue, and how we can be perfect, flying high in the skies always. The verse goes like this. Sada Chakrawakasi Martanda Jaisa Ude Galito Sankati Swami Taisa Hari Bhakti Cha Ghavaga Nishani Nrupekshim Kadara Madhasa Bhimani. So here this line are almost seeing every alternate day where he says Nrupekshim Kadhara Madhasa Bhimani. So he says that God who is proud of his devotees never neglects them. In the sense, Ram never ignores his devotees' claim. Whatever you claim, that will be granted. You claim it, that will be given. You say, I am not in a position to do service and help him to get fulfilled in my place. On a hilltop, crossing the 7 hills, you go and worship, and you entrust that work on your friend, philosopher, guide. God comes in the same form and he shows you the way. He says, okay, you can't. Here are the options and opportunities. Take. But the most unfortunate thing is we forget what we have asked, what we have given, and we blame. Ram never ignores his devotees' claims. Whatever you claim, you say in region like, then God says, Tathastu. He sends. But the thing is, we would have forgotten. God never forgets. God never forgets. So here in this analogy, he says, he brings a wonderful Chakrawakasi bird. He says, Sada Chakrawakasi Martanda Jaise. He says, always Sada Chakrawakasi. So this is a bird in mythology, but even here it is there. It is called as the ruddy shelduck. I don't know the exact pronunciation of that, how it is. Or it is also called as Brahmani duck. So basically, as per our system, it says that it is the rebirth of the lovers. In the sense, in case when any unfulfilled beings in love, or if they are disturbed for any chance, then they take birth as this particular bird. In fact, this has been even explained in Shivananda Lahari also. Shivananda Lahari, Sloka 59, it comes. So always, when even the hunters, there is a rule that you are not supposed to hunt every animal and every bird. There should be a clear intelligence, vitakshana, a young birds or calf or whatever it is, or a pregnant one or a mating one should not be killed. In case when a hunter kills or something happens, then they will be reborn as this. And there is a curse. These birds should not come together in the dusk or night. In case if this ruddy shelduck or Brahmani, if they come together during the night, they die. So here, Marthanda is the son, Jaisa as such. So here always the sun comes to rescue this Chakrawak seabird. You see, Udhi Galito Sankati Swami Taisa. Udi means jumps, flies. Galito takes. Sankati in danger. Swami the master Taisa. Thus he comes to rescue. So it so happens that this bird, all night it will be waiting. And as the night passes by around 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock, at that particular time, they get this thought of coming together, mating. And the birds, how they flutter, how they wing, how they rise their tail and flap their wings and all. And at that particular time, the sun rises, avoiding them to come together during the night, which brings death. This is a mythological thing. I don't know scientifically how it is. You have to check through those people who are into this, the zoologists or aware scientists or somebody. So here, the analogy what we are supposed to understand here is, as the sun helps these birds in committing a sin and dying, similarly the Lord, the compassionate one, he comes to our rescue. God rushes to the rescue when he is endangered, it says. And here he says in the third one, Hari Bhakti Cha Gavagaje Nishani. So, Hari Bhakti Cha, one who worships Hari, that stroke reverberates on the drums, proclaiming, I am here. He comes down. The impact of devotion resounds and proclaims all over the world, in all the worlds, and he comes down to rescue us. In fact, for this we have to understand Gajendra Moksham. When an elephant which gets stuck in a lake, and in that lake a crocodile holds the leg of an elephant, this elephant tries all its might and power, but you always know in water crocodile is very, very powerful. Then the elephant stops all its efforts and raises its hand with one rose around, that's a lotus pond. Lord Narayana comes on the Garuda instantaneously. As long as the elephant was thinking that it can manage, it was fighting, the Lord Narayana was happy. As long as the child is playing, the mother is not. The moment the child is the mother's attention is there. Similarly here, he comes to our rescue. In fact, the other analogy is a person who is in devotion, I tell you, he is the blessed one. He is above this death, troubles, challenges and all. These shackles of the life will not pull him down. He'll be a bird who is flying up in the sky and drinks the rainwater straight, available up in the sky. They don't come down, stoop down to this flowing water. Similarly, that nectar of bhakti is so much that they don't care for all these worldly things and worldly pleasures and pain. They are above that. So with this, let us step out in the bhakti where it reverberates in all the worlds. And may Rama Kataksha be on each one of you. Saying so, we conclude today's here. Thanks for being with.